Rexburg is known for one thing: Brigham Young University, Idaho. But for anybody that visits or even is new to living here, you might notice just how big of a risk driving really is here in this small college town. Students like Blaine Bridge come from all over to study here at the university and find that the melting pot that is Rexburg makes for some scary driving conditions.
But for other people, this is a more crowded environment than they've come from, and they have to adapt. And so everyone is trying to learn each other's driving habits and be cautious on the road.
Blaine has the experience of a pedestrian as well as a driver, as he just recently bought his first car. As someone who used to walk the streets and sidewalks of Rexburg, he understands that drivers can often only think of themselves. He recounts that far too often he finds himself bracing for impact whether he is in or out of his car, something he doesn't experience in his hometown outside of Idaho.
As a pedestrian, it's a little scary when people zoom up to stop signs and stop lights and they don't just coast nice and easy to a stop, because you are scared that they're going to hit you and that they don't see you, and that is a scary experience as a pedestrian.
BYUI student Aaron Hunt explained how he views the situation anytime he encounters a pedestrian that is being unsafe.
If I wasn't paying attention for even that second, then, if somebody else was in my position, they weren't paying attention, they would have hit the person.
Driving in Rexburg comes down to two parties paying attention and being cautious: the driver and the pedestrian.
Even when you're at a designated crosswalk with flashing lights and everything, you still want to make sure that it's safe to cross, because there are, accidents every now and again where cars don't see pedestrians going, especially in winter time. You have to be careful of cars who don't give themselves enough time to brake.
But is there something that can help the nearly fateful experience of getting behind the wheel in Rexburg? What improvements can either the university's campus or the city do to improve both vehicle and foot traffic? Both Blaine and Aaron went on to record saying that two specific intersections close to campus were always scary, no matter what time of day it was. This one by Windsor Manor, and this one by the I-Center.
I know some people try to, not very often, but every once in a while you'll have a nice person who waits for a smaller group to be there to walk, so that it's not just one after the other and every car is waiting.
Again, what could help?
Having a four-way stop would make things flow better, or even putting in a stoplight would help.
Rexburg can be a safer place, only if we all try.
Just make eye contact with the driver that you're going to walk in front of.
For BYU Idaho Scroll, I'm Brian Bridge.